Shri Guru Charitre, Chapter 17, Metamorphosis of the Blockheaded Youth. This chapter describes how Guru Nath transforms a blockheaded Brahmin youth into a great Pandit who was directed to him by goddess Bhuvaneshwari Devi herself. Siddha Yogi says to Namdarak that the purpose of Shri Narasimha Saraswati's advent is for bringing about the moral and spiritual regeneration of the people of the whole land, not merely of people of a particular area or region of his birth. He was a parivrajaka, that is, a constant itinerant, never staying normally at one place for more than 5 days at the most. Like clouds moving in all the directions and to even the farthest corners, only for the purpose of showering rain and to provide the life-giving waters to all, so also Sri Narasimha Saraswati, wandering all over the land, visiting all the pilgrim places, was bestowing his grace on all people of different places and different regions and of all types. He used to alleviate the afflictions of the people by his divine powers. For the spiritual aspirants, he was Jnana Bhaskara, dispelling their doubts, illuminating their intellect, and uplifting and enriching their spirit. Every word of his, whenever and to whomsoever he uttered, had a deep spiritual truth in simple and easily understood language and illustrating through the most apt examples and anecdotes. Siddha Yogi then begins narrating the story of the blockheaded youth. During Guru Nath's stay at Audumbar on the western banks of river Krishna in the vicinity of Bhillavadi, one Brahmin youth from Karavir Nagar came for his darshan. The visitor narrated his story to Guru Nath. His father was a learned scholar in all the Shastras and was a strict and meticulous observer of all religious rites. His mother also a very pious lady. In his 7th year, his thread ceremony was performed and he was initiated into Vedic studies. Alas, he was too dull to make any progress. To add to his misfortune, he lost both his parents when he was barely 10 years of age. He was advancing in age but without making any progress in studies. He became a butt of ridicule in the town. Even his near relations were showing nothing but contempt towards him. A few well-wishers of his advised him that he should still try and pick up learning. They stressed the importance of learning in life. Through learning only comes wealth, happiness, respectability and fame. They told him that only a learned man will be welcomed anywhere and will be received with respect by others. He will be honored in royal courts, in assemblies of the Pandits and the wise. A man without learning is given no recognition and will receive no respect anywhere. The youth felt greatly frustrated and desperate. He felt his life was a waste. He felt that death would be far better than his living a life of humiliation. He left his village and went out wandering. In his wanderings, he came across the temple of Bhuvaneshwari in Bhillavadi on the eastern bank of river Krishna. He sat before the idol in the temple and started on fast, praying that unless the deity blessed him with learning and knowledge, he would continue his fast and cut off his tongue and even his head. Moved with compassion, the goddess appeared before him in a dream and said, "Go to the other side of the bank. Shri Narasimha Saraswati, the embodiment of all learning and wisdom, is on sojourn there. Pray to him, he will fulfill your desire." The youth went to Shri Narasimha Saraswati to receive his blessings. Shri Narasimha Saraswati placed his hand on the head of the youth. The blockheaded youth became enlightened with all scriptural learning and knowledge instantly. Jai Gurudeva.